Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and welcome to the 7th Citadel. This is a new series that I'm going to be starting. Not sure if I'm going to finish it. Normally I always plan to, but with this game and 7th Continent, it's always kind of odd to do this one because of just how, I don't know, how much, not necessarily bookkeeping, but how much, fiddling there is with cards, and because of the way I record, I don't know. It might not be fun to watch, but maybe it will be. Who knows? But I am starting the Dadachaem's Awakening threat, and we'll just see what happens. So, basically, you open up the introduction. No smoke without fire. The memories of your captivity have been fading ever since you took over leadership of the Citadel about a cycle ago. You and Thirder are taking inventory of the food supply when you hear the cry of a lookout. Aye! Leaving your companion to get on with the job, you race toward, hey, I better go see what that is. Yeah, no, you keep working. You keep counting and lifting all the heavy stuff. I really gotta see what that is. When he sees you, the boy points east, where a plume of dark smoke rises into the sky. Is it a sign of human activity or a brush fire set by lightning? There have been major thunderstorms in the neighboring territories recently. You need to know for sure. This can serve as your reason to leave the camp and discover the condition of the world since the reversal. Hey, Puck, can you bring me a ground shiver? Your camp assistant emerges from a shed with the device, one of the very first Necrodruid creations capable of detecting the presence of burrowers. Without it, it would be too risky to venture into the collapsing lands, and you are one of the few who knows how it works. You pack your scanned equipment and give a few instructions before setting off, eager to find out what this fire is all about. So, there are certain cards in here that have a fire icon. Basically, if I'm pulling out a number and one of those cards has the fire icon, I have to take that card. The goal is identify the cause of the fire. So head east to identify the source of the smoke seen from the Citadel. During the preparation. Okay, preparation. Got it. So I have some buildings. I have a watchtower that gives me a defense during the preparation phase. Woo! 3 defense. What else do I have? And then I have a tavern. If I'm at the Citadel, I may take a 6 card, which is a side quest. Okay, so just before stopping by the tavern to see what all that is about, I will do that. So, a 0/6 card right here. The room is simply but tastefully furnished, and members of the community chat or play cards while drinking or fermenting a fermented fruit beverage prepared by Friss. The tavern keeper, an affable man who was in charge of the refectory at the Citadel, greets you as you cross the threshold. So, and there's really nothing on here except text. You may choose one of the following side quests or take a 250 card. If you do not want to do either, return this. So if the ground shiver is level 3 to 9, which it's level 3, that's part of the setup. For this scenario, your ground shiver is level 3. So I can do 2 brothers. It's 2 brothers. It's just called 2 brothers. I'm doing that one. I could do Ready for Danger or Spare Part, so I'm going to read 043 and then return this. It's two brothers. Oh man, remember when Rick and Morty was good? You guys remember that? And it wasn't riddled with controversy, and then also got cringe because of its fan base. 043. A massive man with red hair and a scurrilous look clears his throat as he approaches you. Scurrilous. Don't know that word. We're gonna learn together. Hey Siri, what does scurrilous mean? Making or spreading scandalous claims about someone with the intention of damaging their reputation. Oh, so he, like a gossiper? Clears his throat as he approaches you. Excuse me for interrupting your conversation. My name is Osriel, and I arrived recently. I had an appointment here 2 days ago from Purin, my younger brother, but I have not heard from him. I was told you sometimes travel through the collapsing lands. If you come across him, let me know. You'll know him by the ugly, fucking disgusting scar across his face. Write down 2 brothers, 043 on the side quest page of the Citadel leaflet during the preparation phase if I'm at the Citadel, and I think I have some news to give Osril. I read 061. Okay. So side quests get put on this page. See, already a lot of bookkeeping right here. So title, 2 brothers. Woo! Rioting. 2 brothers, and then it was 043. Got it. Which I guess I've initiated. So there we are, right there. So brother has scar across his face. Brother has scar. Cool. Wonder how like deep these side quests are gonna go. Okay, so that was the preparation phase. I only had the tavern and the watch tower built, so we got our priorities straight there. Not a market, not like a farm or anything. It's like, hey, you know what we need? We need to drink. So my life points are at 45. I got my cards drawn, shuffled my action deck. Hope Reborn goes back. Yeah, remember to look up your side quests and then put 70 cards 75 into play, and then places their figure on it. So stop reading for now and place the bookmark here. You may save the game as long as the bookmark is here. When you run low on life points or you think you have reached your goal, go back to the Citadel where you may read the epilogue after removing the bookmark. So I need to have at least 1 objective card and read a conclusion A on page 4. Otherwise, I read conclusion B on page 5. So that is that. And if we look at this horrible, horrible plastic map, we actually have something. I don't know. Hopefully you guys can see it without all the glare. Yeah, there is a card in here, which I don't know how we go down or anything. But it looks like maybe Inn of the Red Spiggy is where the fire is. But there's like a leaf that says 055. So I don't know if that's like, if that's how we travel. Because this is all new to me. So, 75. The Citadel stands majestically before you. Across the distance that still separates you from the camp, noises and the clamor of voices reach your ears. Clearly, there is some great activity over there. Aha! Boom. Okay, so we got level 1. And a level 1. Cool. So there we are, and our journey begins. I, again, really hope that there's not just an insane amount of glare, which there certainly might be. Ah, damn it. Okay. Well, I need to go east, and as with any game, going east or going in the direction of the main story is, you know, just what they want you to do. But I kind of want to go south just cuz. And I'm gonna. So, boom. A figure in the distance is heading in your direction. You glance at your ground shiver and see its petals closing. You shout and gesture to warn the approaching individual, but they do not understand and continue on their way. When they are only 100 strides away, you suddenly see them disappear into a wormhole. You could run, but you know you are too late. Anger overwhelms you. Oh, okay, cool. So I have my cards. I forgot I have Dormant Strength. And then all these nice weapons that certainly might break. Take 151. God, what an idiot! Why would he just walk nonchalantly? I am unleashed. It's like, jeez, that's the first thing I see. I'm just like, okay, let's go see what the fire is. I'm just like pissed off. Brooks, maybe you should just calm down a little bit. Your fatigue has turned into intense anger. At any time I may choose to return this to return a You Are Exhausted card. And for anything, any check, I can ignore Unsettling X and gain 3 fists. Alright, well that's what I do. That's what I do is turn fists into stuff. Which is actually helpful with the axe or the iron bar. If it is not available, okay. So that's that. That is number 1, and then we get 80, 81. Okay. The ground of the plain in front of you seems to have been turned over. Human bones, bits of corroded armor, and the remains of war machines are littered here and there. This place is a veritable necropolis and was probably the scene of an ancient battle. Okay. Nice. And let's see. Yeah, so it's always going to cost some energy to travel. So I will do so, and I actually get to successfully keep it there. And then we have a number 1 there, and number 1 continued down. Boom. All right. Well, the only thing I can look at is card 160, so that is going to be, I guess, a battle. Sure. So it's just going to cost 1 card, and I don't need any successes, so 160. Where are we at? There. Oh. There we are. A ballista is half buried in the ground. It seems to be relatively well preserved and could be very useful in reinforcing the Citadel's defenses. Oh, neat. Okay. That's pretty cool. There's the ballista. Oh my god! Oh, jeez. So, wow. Okay. So, I don't think I have any keywords with that. So it takes 15 cards, and I need 6 successes to be able to... During the results step, you must take into account at least X successes for the action to succeed, otherwise it fails. Okay. So 15 cards with a dig icon, which I have endurance, so I can actually reduce that to 12 to try and dig up this ballista. Like, just walk out and immediately just be like, I'm tired, guys. I gotta head back. Oh, which is also right here. That is insane. Or it's only 5 cards if I choose to block 1 card with the keyword artisan, which again I don't have. So that, yeah, I might come back for that. Like 15 cards, which is essentially 7 health. Is other ways to look at it, because it's 2. It's for every 2 cards is 1. Actually, it'd be 8 health because I have 1 card already. So 16 cards, get all of them back for 8 health. And that's even if I succeed. Wow. Which would bring my defense to 5. And then I banish it. Do I just do this immediately? While, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do endurance. So I get to reduce it by 3, so I'm actually going to take 12 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Jeez. That is insane. And then there's this, it's like covered in, surrounded by a black square. The difficulty of the action, i.e. the minimum number of successes you must obtain for the action to succeed. Right. Isn't that normal? Like, it's kind of a weird... Okay. Simple action is something in this card. Never build certain efforts. In a simple action, to finally exploit converses they obtain with actions difficulty. Okay. Well, gotta get six stars. And it's not limited, so I mean there's 1, 2, 3, 4, which I mean this alone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I did it. It took all my time, but I had some endurance to manage to dig the machine up. It can now be brought back to the Citadel for repair. So, yay! So now my defense goes up by 2, which I'm probably going to need. And I take a 99 card, which I know is going to be a Hope Reborn. Yay! I may block this and all other Hope Reborn cards to, so that the characters share 10 life points. Okay. You know what? Let's actually... So it's going to cost me 8, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh. Oh, that's right, because I reduced it. So, you know what? Let's just make all this easy. I'm going to return the Hope Reborn to heal. That would take 7 damage to get all my cards back. I'm going to use Hope Reborn to heal myself for 10. So, little bit of overhealing. But basically, I just wanted the extra defense. And I'm like right by the Citadel. So, that definitely could have been a lot worse. I'm like, hey guys, look what I found. Yeah, I know, I need to see what the fire is. The fire's not going anywhere. But I saw this cool ballista, and you know how these worms can just devour people immediately. Nothing like shooting at them from... I mean, they're in the ground, so I don't know how much a ballista is going to help. But this is Banished, which Banished cards go there. Alright. Well, hey, there's a little ramp there, walkway, so let's see what this is all about. It has been raining since mid-morning. The earth and ground has turned into a quagmire that is extremely difficult to move through. Look at your timepiece. If it is between my timepiece? Oh, I'm guessing like an actual watch, which it's 4:51 a.m. So if it is between midnight and 10 a.m., you avoid the bad weather. Hey, all right, sweet. Well, that's nice. Yay for staying up super late. And 1:08. You know, I turned like the sleeves of these upside down, so like the opening is actually at the bottom, so I could rifle through these. I really don't think it's making a difference. The path winds between 2 hilly areas colonized by what is probably hostile flora. Arriving from the east, you hear the echo of the surf on the salty air. The Great Sea has expanded, finally earning the name that the Kellians gave it out of pride. Okay. And then it's going to cost me an energy to walk onto it. Boop. And we have a level 2 down here. All right. Well, you know what? Let's move all this. Let's move it all over here, just because I'm going east, and there's literally nothing. Nothing on the west side. So I could go back up, or I can. Am I gonna have to cross the sea? Well, let's spend a card to investigate 112. Do I have a previous 112? I do. Okay. The sea is rough, as it often is in this season. You head along the shore and reach a beached boat. The oars are nowhere to be seen. They must have been taken away or hidden by the owner to prevent anyone from borrowing their boat. Boom. Okay. So, it looks like I can wait as an action. Yeah, where is... Yeah, wait or do nothing. Takes 3 time, or 3 cards, and then I get to keep one of the cards I draw, and I take a 13 card to try my luck. If Lady Luck is on my side, here comes the owner. But I don't know if I'm gonna need... I don't know if I'm gonna need the boat. Just yeah, I probably do. That would make sense that I would have to cross the Great Sea, which which based off of this map, just upside down now. This is like I can't remember how long it said, like thousands or hundreds to thousands of years old, and I do remember them saying that the Great Sea expanded, because you can actually see it on this map. The Great Sea was just down here, and now you can even see it up near our area, so it's widened out. So that's something. Wait and see if the owner shows up. Let's go ahead and circle back up here. You know what I also just realized? Do they all have that? Oh, never mind. Okay. I'm like, oh man, I've totally been... Because I think in 7th Continent, you just flip them. This is like 4 cards, or if my Ground Shiver is at level 3 or higher, which it is, so then it is free to flip. The ground is pitted with rocks and holes that make your progress both painful and dangerous. So I can, again, 2 cards, but no, I don't need any successes to try my luck. Or I can, like, carefully watch where I'm going, draw 2 or more cards to try and get 3 successes. That's pretty rough. You know what? I'm a lucky guy. I'm old Brooks. I'm going to do 2 cards. No successes. Don't need it to take a 13 card. So... let's see, how many 13 cards are there? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's shuffle these, and I'm a lucky guy. Boom! Lady Luck is on your side. Hell yeah. So, cool. Discard it. I will do that. I'm going to need that again, so I'll just leave those out. And... said discarded, so that's going to go in the past. Damn it. There we go. Oh my god. I just want to... there we go. Oh, wow. Sweet. And then we have 94. A planked track winds through this desolate territory. Further north, a strange stone slab looms above the dusty ground. Hey! That was in the map. Hand limit of 4 cards to walk up here. And again, we have a 1. So basically, I could just follow the slab and then a level 1 there. So I could just look at the slab, which, yeah, since it's just me, I mean, it's free to do, basically. So I will do that. It's going to be 57. I mean, there's a slab there. Might as well take a look at it. This slab will probably give you access to an underground area. Unfortunately, you have no idea how to open it. Perhaps it can only be operated from below, or you have to wait to find out what secret it holds. If my knowledge is 7 or higher, it is not. Then, if you would rather resume your journey, return this. Otherwise, during the draw step of the following action, -10 for each feather card in the world map where a strange slab can be seen. and the involved characters may pay the cost collectively by... Oh, wow, okay, I see it. I see. Wow. Okay, well, so that's basically impossible. That's hilarious. So there's the card. It requires 90 cards. But, again, there is a feather that reduces it by 10. So it's 80 right now. Or if my ground shiver is level 9 or higher, it goes to 30, which would reduce it by 10 for 20. Which that is possible to do, but my ground shiver is not level 9, so it doesn't matter. And my knowledge is not 7 or higher, so this is going to go back. I'm getting very, like, with that stone slab, I'm getting very, like, a huge Lost vibes, where there was like that covering. God, Lost just feels like forever ago. And, well, I mean, while we're here, we can also just observe that, which is free to do. So we'll look at 61. Be like, well, that's slabbed, and that's not budging. A plank road on stilts, wide enough for a cart, is bordered at regular intervals by stakes hung with little metal bells. The so-called Singing Lane was built during the War of the Worms to warn travelers of approaching burrowers, since they had no way of detecting them. The slightest underground tremor caused the stakes, deeply embedded in the ground, to ring their bells and signal imminent danger. Even though the lane is now in disrepair and less reliable than your ground shiver, there is something reassuring about it being near the Citadel. Take card 152. There we are. I am confident you feel you can overcome any obstacle. Man, unleashed and confident? Hell yeah. One involved character may choose one card in their action deck or discard pile and add it to their hand, and then this gets banished. Not bad. Well, so what do I have in my hand right now? The Art of War helps me with fighting. Blacksmith. Because, I mean, you know what? I'll take Determination. My hand limit is 4. So I think I'll discard Blacksmith. Neat. Okay, that's kind of cool. Little stakes that ring. Well, let's see. So everything that's like near me is all free, so I haven't had to use any cards in my hand except, well, I used Endurance to get that Ballista out. Like, you know what? Let's head back. Probably gonna need that, but head back down here, and I will wait. So 1, 2, 3, and I get to keep one of these if I so choose. Endurance was probably going to be... that was helpful last time. So... do I want to get rid of any of this? Yeah, I'll get rid of Fortitude. Yeah, so I'll take Endurance. So, going back, been like, oh, okay, well, there was a stone slab. That was a waste. I guess I'll just wait and see if the owner's coming back. And boom, Lady Luck is on my side. I think it's 50-50. Yeah, there's 3 Lady Lucks and 3 Jinx. So yeah, so here comes the owner of the boat, which I get to read 046. What are you doing to my boat? It's my boat. A man approaches you, dragging a pair of oars behind him. Just... Good day! Fancy a ride? I'm heading back to Kel. I can take you if you have some way to pay for the crossing. Otherwise, you can either walk this way or swim that way. But the Great Sea is treacherous, and I don't recommend the second option. It takes a special kind of madman to navigate. So if you're going to take the boat, you might as well do it with a guy who's used to fishing in the area. A guy like me. Okay. So if I want to decline him, then I just return. Or otherwise, if I want to take the following action, the involved characters may return a total of 2 cards with the keyword barter, or 1 card if you have a double key card, and or if my influence is 7 or higher. Okay. Well, I do not have 2 cards with the keyword barter, or 1 card if you have a double key. I don't think I have a double key either. Huh. Well. It's like, it'd be like a quest card, which I don't think I have. Nope. Nope. Hey, I forgot about the capped Aranti that I can eat. Which I don't have any. Alright, well, that guy is not gonna let me ride. So it's like, okay, well, never mind. Might not need these 13 cards anymore, but I'll shuffle them again just to pull them randomly from the box. 12. Okay. Alright, well, that guy was weird. So let's, I guess, go, well, we'll draw again to head up here, and then we'll start going this way. A young man is sitting in front of a pile of kindling that he has not managed to light. I'm going back to my people in Kel. Life in the wild is not for me. I don't know anything about mushrooms. I'm too clumsy to hunt, and the other day a shrub nearly stole my shoes. Do you have anything to eat by chance? I have something I could trade. Oh, hey! Damn it. If you would rather go on your way, discard this. Otherwise, I could steal from him. Just rob this guy. Be like, yeah, you're not cut out for this. I'm gonna take all your shit. Beat you up. Yeah. Oh, or if I wanted to barter with him, I needed something with provisions, but I don't. Oh, I don't have that either. That bums me out. So, this is gonna get discarded. And then we have card 90. Okay, so it's not that one. The ravages of the burrowers have devastated the landscape. The once green and hilly region is now a wasteland, traversed by a path of broken planks. The Great Sea has taken the opportunity to spread out on all sides, pushing its northwestern shoreline all the way here. Boom. And so then we have a 3. 3 up here, and then a 1. And nothing is increasing the difficult, or the terrain, which is nice, because that was something that 7th Continent did, was everything just had like terrain, which made sense, but here it's just 1 card, which I could keep if I wanted it, but I don't think I do. Yeah. Let's see. Well, again, just while I'm walking on these planks, I can just observe just stuff, which is nice. So we'll see if I come across anything exciting. Remaining alert, you inspect the area. It seems safe enough to take a short rest. Hey, that's nice. You can use this time to rest or to prepare yourself mentally for the upcoming trials. Discard all 120 cards from the adventure deck without revealing them. If a permanent event card attached to your terrain card shows a fight action, discard this immediately. Otherwise, I must take one of the following actions. Well, nothing does. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll just rest while I'm up here. So, discard all 120 cards from the adventure deck without revealing them. How many are there? Oh, just one more. Okay. Was that? Yeah, the past. Okay. So, yeah, I'll just relax. Well, just there we are. There we are. Time for a nice nap. And I will get 3 cards back into my action deck. 2, 3. I mean, we couldn't have picked a better spot. Like, literally just this entire relatively safe bridge that just is traversing this whole land is right there. Hell, even with a dude, a crazy guy who is on a boat, or who has a boat. Like, we can cross the sea if we wanted to. We can. Definitely seems like, hey, just walk straight to where the fire's at. Ah, nice, relaxing. Hey, a young woman marches in your direction. The bulky bag she is carrying bears the emblem of the chain. So there's the emblem of the chain. 3 hands, 2 of which are held by the wrist. If you would rather go on your way, discard this. Otherwise, hey, I'll talk to her. Unless... Who is the chain? An organization established during the War of the Worms that delivers news, inquiries about needs, and exchanges goods between the different communities of the collapsing lands. Each of its members, links, follows a well-defined route that they know perfectly well and that they travel by taking the singing lane or by using a ground shiver. Okay, well, I see no reason to not talk to her. So, 105. Let's see. Good day. You look familiar. I saw you last time I was at the Citadel, or what's left of it. Is everything all right? I don't know if you remember me. I'm Sable, a member of the chain. We connect people by bringing them letters, packages, and news. And there's plenty of news on the road between the garrison of the Outer Edges and Fort Cutthroat. Well, I don't have any way to barter, so I just want to make conversation. Be like, hey, you know, I'm single, so... Wink, wink. She's like, I am too. Anyway. It's like, oh, okay. Well, it's rough. It's rough to make a genuine connection out here in the wastelands. Alright, I am playing... Yeah, it was 144, right? Yes. I am not playing any of those scenarios, so... And I do not have the keyword fugitive that I'm aware of, so I'll roll a die. Whoop. Number 5. It's going to be 378. It's pretty cool. A man in Kell is selling burrower's teeth as pendants. He claims they're magical and can protect the wearer from all sorts of things. But that's a load of rubbish. If you happen to come across him, don't bother. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Burrower's teeth as pendants. You know, they're probably amazing. Like, this thing is a red herring in and of itself. They're just like, yeah, no, don't bother. But they're like end-game level items. Alright. So, that's that. So, some weirdo guys. I mean, pretty much, if anyone's selling teeth, just in general, yeah, you should probably just avoid them. Hey! Alright, 119. There is the fire. The smoke leads you down a plank walkway where a wagon is burning out. Shadows shift among scattered bodies and chests. Okay. There's some... Yeah, there's the wagon that's burning, and there's a house. Neat little house there. That, Oh, it's a pig. I thought it was just a pool of blood. Oh, it looks like it might be an inn, actually. I probably could have taken that boat all the way over here. Instead of having to talk to some weird lady. So, let's go into here. And, of course, observe the fire. That's the sole reason why I am there. And that's going to be 1 134. 134. Okay. Alright, a soldier in armor is rummaging through the carcass of the wagon while his two companions are fighting over a barrel. In the chaos of the looting, an unsteady fourth thief says, "Hey guys, has anyone seen my sword?" The soldiers are too busy looting corpses to notice your presence. The element of surprise is on your side. Haha! So we have a 3, but it's a fight with reach 1. During each consequence, so if the action fails, one random involved character... Okay, so I lose... If I fail, then... I lose a card from my action deck. Okay. So 3 cards. I need 3 successes. So, oh, that's what the wagon was. it's this icon, or not the wagon, the trebuchet. I could tick it down to try and get that many successes, but I did it all at once. Got it. Okay, well, the element of surprise is on my side. I feel like I should get a benefit for that, but it doesn't. I don't know why I mentioned that. It's like, hey, the element of surprise is on your side. There's no benefit. You don't get anything. You still have to fight them all. But I think... Oh, you know what it is actually? I think it's because the first action doesn't require... It's not a chained action. That might be what it is. So, let's go ahead. I need 3 cards, 3 successes. Might do the old axe. I mean, 3 cards. You know what? Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to do the 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to be 2 successes, but I am going to do Determination 2, which gets blocked. But that's going to give me my 3 successes, which gives me 2 damage. And I get to keep one of these cards. Fortitude. Flight. You may not apply the flight if the flight action has the reach. Oh, okay, so flight's not going to do anything because it does have reach. I'll do inspiration. And then that'll come down, so now we are at 4. Now I'm locked into just using 3 cards. Succeeding, though. Oh, actually, if I fail this, this card gets banished. I'm guessing they run off. A soldier in armor. But then they called him a thief. Weird. Weird. So let's go ahead and... Yeah, we're going to use the axe. Which I think I'm actually going to use... Not the one that lets me use more cards, but 2 fists. Yeah, 2 fists. Which might have me use Unleashed. But, again, gonna draw 3. Awesome, okay. So 1, 2, and I'm gonna play the Art of War, which will give me a fist. If it was the only card in my hand, it gives me 2 fists, but got a fist there and a fist with the Art of War, which lets me turn that into 2 stars. So that's the 4 stars I actually needed. So that's pretty sweet. Just the Art of War. I'm just an expert. Just block with the axe, disarm him, gash him in the neck. This dude that's just trying his best to survive. Which is gonna give me 2 damage. I get to keep one of these cards. I'll do spare no effort. And then gotta roll a die to see if the... Okay, it's a 6. So the axe does not break. And then this moves down to a 3. Alright. Let's see. I'm probably gonna do the axe again. And let's actually do weak point. Well, yeah, because it's gonna be 2 cards. I'm gonna draw 3. So, 1. Oh, yeah. Yep. There's the 3 stars I needed. So, yeah, I was using the axe, which 2 hands makes it 2 stars. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I immediately dispatch of these thieves. These dishonorable, because I'm just pissed off. It's like, why do you guys get to live? And that random dude I saw get devoured, which is just horrifying. Yes. Because I didn't play any cards. Nope. So this gets banished, and I read 034. What are you doing, man? I bet you they lured me out here. The soldiers flee without looking back. Boo! Boo! I killed them. One involved character takes a 290 card. 286, 288, 290. Okay, just making sure that they... You have found a leather jacket. It doesn't offer much protection, but it is better than nothing. Padded gambeson. Alright. Oh, yeah, this has weight to it. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6, 7. So while I'm fighting, any 2 symbols give me a shield. Okay. Nice. I got some armor. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. You are surprised to find survivors among the remains and debris of the convoy. No doubt they were not a threat to the people who attacked it. You offer your hand to an old woman wearing a richly embroidered dress. Give me your dress. Getting to her feet, she gives you a wary smile. Leave this worried soul. At my age, death is no longer frightening, especially when one has had a life as full as mine. As a little girl, oh my god, I saw with my own eyes how the burrowers... Are you okay? Ravaged Waterbank. I used to sneak into the ruins of the great library to read various codices, especially those about the natural history. It was there that I acquired the knowledge that led me to join this convoy. We wanted to reconcile with Kel. They never forgave us for our submission to the Worm Master. Worm Master, this is so lame. So, the city-state of Waterbank was not entirely engulfed. She points to a trembling Golt under a broken hitch. This creature, which did nothing but bleat during the crossing of the bottomless sea, is all that remains of the gift that was supposed to soften Kel. Our chances of success have diminished somewhat, it seems. She sneers. Here, I was able to save this, she says, handing you a book. A little further on, another survivor waves a pleading arm. So, hey, I gain some knowledge. Woo! 2 knowledge. And take a 50 card. Can do. You leaf through the book at what you've just found. Okay, take 449. Alright, well, I'm just going to grab the rest of the cards. So, 102. 102. 101, okay. Okay, objective. For the needs of certain scenarios, consider this to be objective number 2. Alrighty. And 199 card. Hey, Hope Reborn! Cool. So, the 50 card that I got, yeah, wants me to take a 449. Take a 449 card? Does it matter? Oh, there's a bunch. Okay, hold on. Well, actually, I need to read 24. Okay, so this gets returned. So card 50 gets returned. And 440... Okay, this is kind of cool. I want to knock that over. Because these are like... Yeah, they're like double, like multi-used, or wow. They're like multi-cards. So And they're all sleeved kind of weird. So 449. And the one she handed me is, boom, a monster manual. Only a part of the book is still readable. The rest of the pages have been charred by the flames. Oh, shit. And also, these are 449? Yeah. Almost put those in the wrong spot. So this was banished. So let's also just put that in the right spot. Okay. So now, pop this bad boy out. So that's the cover of the monster manual. Alright, so Crystal Tord, an amphibian. I wish they had pictures. I like books with pictures. Brooks is not a reader. An amphibian with a particularly resistant skin covered with tapered crystals. Living in human areas, it can be aggressive when it feels threatened. It is very sensitive to high-pitched sounds capable of cracking its crystalline carapace. Research conducted by the Plans and Mechanisms Guild has helped determine how these creatures manage to reproduce without injuring themselves, but this will be the subject of another book dedicated to the reproduction of endemic species. Boring! Or an Aberrock, a nocturnal herbivore with thick hide living in the mountains. Unaffected by the cold, it has a strong dominant instinct, repelling the creatures that penetrate its territory with its powerful legs. Its flesh is so tough that it is inedible and thus dissuades predators from attacking it. Be careful not to upset it, as it will show his displeasure by kicking his dung around with its hooves. Oh, it kicks poop around? It is also aggressively sexual. Once tamed, they make excellent draught animals despite their slowness and can pull the heaviest loads thanks to their exceptional strength. Cool. While many of the creatures in this bestiary have disappeared since the appearance of the burrowers, some of this information could one day save your life. Let's hope so. So for a fight action, or in a fight action, during the first gear of step, I take a 13 card. If Lady Luck is on my side, a detail you read in the monster manual comes back to mind. Lower the die's value by 2 and take a 150 card. That's pretty awesome. That's cool. That's pretty neat. And this will go in my little quest book thing. We're gonna do what I did in the other one and double up like that. And I also have objective 2. Sweet. And then I immediately forgot what I needed to read. I think, what was it? 040, 034, 24. A man affectionately strokes the forehead of a draught animal lying on the ground, its sides rising weakly. He turns to you, his eyes misty. They took all my cattle away, except poor Sissel. Look what they did to her! Those scavengers waited until we were well away from Waterbank to descend upon us. Without your help, I wouldn't have had much hope. But they were just stragglers. You missed the troops' main gang. They're too well armed to be common brigands. They would have made short work of you. I don't know about that. I'm kind of a badass. I'm in charge of a community a little further west. Join us. You will be safe there. He grabs your wrist. Some of our people managed to escape, probably towards Kel, which we wanted to reach. Now that our convoy has been destroyed, I don't know what kind of reception Kel will give them. There were 4 of them, he says, holding up the 3 remaining fingers of his wounded right hand. I implore you, find them. They can't have gone far. Take 2 49 cards and a 101 card. Listen, dude. Hey, for the needs of certain scenarios, consider this to be objective number 1. And then 2 49 cards. Boop, boop. Hey, Glimmer of Hope. I need 5 of them to take a 99. Or I can unblock a card with one of them, which would give me my determination back. And I have objective 1. Nice. Whoop. Okay. Well, that was all very, very handy. So, it's 23, right? Nope, it was not 23. What was it? It was 24. Yeah, so he's in charge of a community a little further west. Yeah, that's true. And what did this say? We save the game as long as when I run low on life points or think I've reached my goal, I have to go back to Citadel. That's what I thought. And then read the epilogue. Okay, so I'm guessing this is what they want me to do. They want me to be like, hey, I found out the cause of the fire, and yeah, apparently there's some gangs, local gangs. Technically, I don't have to stop. I am gonna rest. I do not have that card. I thought I did. Did I not? Oh, no. It was Second Wind. That's right. But how many cards are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 8. Well, I'm going to have to do it anyway. So 41 knocks me down to 37. Which will put all these cards back. Well, so now, yeah, so basically I could head back to the Citadel and be like, hey, yeah, there was some people getting attacked, some old woman who just kind of rambled on about something. Or, I guess nothing stopped me from continuing to look. Because I still have a decent amount of life points. But still want to make sure I can head back. Which, I mean, depending on how far I go, shouldn't be too. And it's a little further west, so which I can't go west right now. So I would have to. It sounds like I have to go back to the Citadel to then get like this part's conclusion, and then it's like, hey, all right. But while they're all dealing with that, I'm gonna read or see 136. That looks like a little inn. The building has resisted time and war. Beneath the Spiggy on the sign, you can make out the words "The Red Spiggy." I think it's supposed to be a pig, like it's a little pig. But why can't I guess nothing in our world is in this. It's called a Spiggy. An abandoned inn, without a doubt. You search from the cellar to the attic without finding anything interesting, but notice several dusty rooms, still in favorable conditions for a traveler. Oh, okay. So you enter the most spacious room, which is always kind of wild whenever they have really detailed artwork. Enter the most spacious room, probably the one once occupied by the innkeeper. It has been an eternity since you last slept in a real bed. Oh, okay. Well, I am going to rest. The first light of day wakes you from sleep. The involved characters share 4 life points. Alright, back to 41. Oh, good. After that trauma dump by that weird guy, I'm gonna go take a nap. And then that gets discarded. Yeah, alright. Well, I think what I might do... I mean, there's really... So this is actually interesting because in 7th Citadel, you just kept going. But here, you just went and there was a stopping point when you felt like stopping. Here, it feels like, well, I did exactly what I was meant to go do. So there's no real reason for me to continue exploring except for the sake of exploring. So I mean, I guess I'll head back. So which will be 1 card. After sleeping, gonna head back this way. But I'm gonna wrap around. I'm gonna do some Exploring. Ooh, Ground Shiver is not 4 or is not 5 or higher for that level 3. So that's going to cost me 7 cards? That's brutal. Wow. Because this one I can do for free, but this one I need a Ground Shiver of level 5 or higher. You know what? 7 cards? Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just see what a level 3 is all about. Okay. No obstacles stand in your way. Good. Each character who has at least 1 card with the keyword weakness must lose 2 cards. I do not, because I'm not weak. I'm Brooks, damn it. Yeah, so this is just remove. So 161. 158, 59, 160, 161. A wide crevasse prevents you from continuing north. Cool. You squint to protect your eyes from the sandy soil being whipped up by the wind. Alright. Hey, there's a tower, looks like. That's just destroyed. I could jump it. I bet you there's a sweet little action right here. So I'm gonna walk over or walk up, and then yeah, I'm gonna observe out 186 because I want to see if I can jump this thing. Totally can. I'm Brooks. You lean cautiously over the edge of the crevasse. On the ledge below, you see the debris of a cart next to the carcass of a bull ox. The rest of the team must have fallen into the depths. Oh. No, that's depressing. So, mainly the ox, which looks like it's been there a while. With no real rough patches or crevices, the wall offers very few handholds. So there's that. I could climb down 3 cards and I need 7 successes. Can I... Okay. So inspiration, choose 1 card in your discard pile and add it to your hand. Okay. Is there anything that would help me? Whenever you unblock a card, I can't remember where it goes. I wanted to say discard pile, but block, unblock, no block. A block card loses all its effects until it's unblocked. Okay, so 18. Maybe it's on here. When in game, take it from it and shuffle it into your action deck or put it in play in front of yourself. Okay, yeah, so it goes back into the action deck. It's not amazing. It basically needs something. I have a lot of fight cards. Nope, nothing. I'm pretty sure that that's just not happening. Oh, well, I'm confident. God, what's the best you can do with 3 cards? Because it's a chain. Like, I'm pretty sure 1, 2... Like, if I got... Well, it's these 3 are my discard pile. I think, yeah, the best is 4. Which, I mean, even with the confident would be 5. And even if I got to do both of those with confident, that would be 6. Yeah. Yep, not happening. Not happening. If I had determination, I could get a 7. No, I even can't, because confident doesn't let me do both. So I think 6 is the best one. Yeah, because none of these cards are helping. Damn. I was really hoping I could just try climbing down there. Anyway, I'm just like, that sucks. Okay, well, let's see what's over here. which I can look at for free. Oh, cool, it's a fight. The mouth of a watcher is visible in the ground. You notice the burrower just in time, but it springs from its hole to grab you. Okay. I'm guessing a watcher is like a baby worm. I was wondering whenever these were gonna pop up. So it's an ambush, which... Can I ignore ambush? No. No, I cannot. Ambush. Skip the first gear up step. Damn. No, that makes sense, but luckily it's pretty easy. Well, I like to say it's easy, except I can only draw... Well, I can draw more cards, but I can only use one of them. Okay. So, I'm just gonna draw one. Boom! Got it. I anticipated that. As I was, like, walking, I'm like, oh, shit! Saw the petals close up of the ground shiver, and I'm just like, shit! And I, punch it. And, oh, God. Okay. Anyway, I got one success, so that's nice. Get to keep this. But I'm not gonna. And then it's gonna come down. And then I ready my weapons. Because I'm about to just start heading back. So 2 cards, 3 successes. I think I will use... Probably gonna use my axe. Yeah, use the axe with the two fists for 2 successes. And I'm gonna draw 2. That's actually pretty great because so that's only 1 success, but I got 2 fists with the axe, use both of them to turn into 2 successes, so that is 3. So anticipate this attack and just chop it in 2. So this gets discarded. Stupid worm. Yeah, and I don't get to keep any of those. So 86. It's time to get 86'd. A mountain rises to the west of a wide crevasse. It is the first of an impassable chain, the name of which escapes you. Boulders the size of houses have broken from its slopes and tumbled down. You distinguish a cave in the rocky face. All right. So one card to move over. Oh, there's some little berries on there, which I don't have anything for berries, but I imagine there's something for it. And ooh, for 2 cards, do I have any way to rest right now besides... Oh, I have so much health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 7 health. Get all of them but 1, so it's going to put me at 34. Pretty much all of them but 1 to see what this cave is about. That's cool. I'd like to see what's in this cave. I don't really care about observing the mountain. That costs 2. So the one that's not coming back is Parry. Oh, Parry's a good one. If I didn't want to take damage, but I'm such a badass that I have so much health. Alright, so 2 cards to look at 138. Nope. Okay. You carefully climb without much difficulty to the cave leading into the side of the mountain. The silence here is disturbed only by the dripping from a stalactite. Do you know anyone that can do the... I can't do it, and all I do is just flick my cheek. Hey! You feel safe and sound up here in this cool place, away from the dangers that lurk below. If you want to take the following action, I must return 2 cards with the keyword Blessing or 2 Glimmer of Hope cards. Hey, alright. But there's a little mushroom right there. Which, based off, that's a capped Aranti. Yeah, so a chapter catches your attention. Talks about a supposedly edible variety of mushroom that appears to thrive in dry, dark environments. The tome explains how to prepare it to bring out the full flavors and avoid the potentially dangerous side effects subsequent to ingestion. I may not take the following action unless this mushroom can be seen on a permanent event card attached to your terrain card. Is that a permanent event card? I don't know. I would assume so. Unless it's different now. Because I know in 7th Continent, which... I know it's not the same game, but it's pretty close. They... if you could see them, you could interact with them. So... I'm guessing this is like a permanent event card. But a permanent event card also makes me think it's one of the... No, wait, no. Yeah, I think... I don't know. I'm going to assume that because I can see it, I can eat it. But I'm not going to eat it anyway, but that's how I'm going to take it. Let me know if I'm wrong there, but that's what makes sense to me. But I could rest by giving up 2 Glimmer of Hope cards. And take a 152 card. If a Discouragement weather card is in play, I return it, so I can wait out a weather, which is cool. What's also weird is I can think while I'm in here. Like, I can just contemplate existence. Where is that icon? Oh yeah, think or compose myself to get a success, but I'm guessing that's probably beneficial if I was doing like maybe a card that required that. I can just take my time while I'm in there. So the 2 Glimmer of Hopes, you know what, I'm not going to do anything. I know that cave is there now, just directly there, so boom boom. If I wanted to eat the mushroom or relax, I can take refuge in that cave, so that's pretty cool. And then we will pop back down here. And then pop back to the Citadel. And then, when I run low or think I have reached my goal, I go back to the Citadel, where you may read the epilogue after removing the bookmark. Okay, if I have at least 1 objective card, I read conclusion A. I just don't. Like, for some reason, you just don't go east where it explicitly tells you to, and then you just go back. I don't know. I don't know why I left. That fire didn't exist. Just gaslight the whole community. So page 4. As the camp takes shape in the protective shadow of the Citadel, you see some children running to meet you. They grab your clothes, pull you, push you, beat you up, take your weapons, pants you, try to make themselves understood with chaotic gestures and rambling sentences. The adults freeze at your approach and observe you, their eyes dark, jaws clenched. I am reading conclusion A, right? Yeah, okay. You tell the community that... Okay. Why do the adults hate me? You tell the community that a convoy from Waterbank was attacked not far from the Citadel and that the few survivors should be joining the camp soon. I fought some of the attackers who were looting the convoy. Seasoned soldiers. Seasoned. Yeah, they were the deserters. They were so good. Your gaze drifts to the palisade that protects the camp, made of stakes and a disparate pile of rocks and scraps. This makeshift... Hey, and the trebuchet. Made of stakes and disparate piles of rocks and scraps, this makeshift protection will offer little in case of a real attack, as if in response to your fears, a small group calls out to you. We need to talk to you. We have bad news. Okay, so state of play. You survivor from the convoy. You managed to save at least 1 victim of the attack on the Waterbank convoy and to have them join your community. Take a 99 card. Okay. Hope Reborn! Return all objective cards applying the following effect. For each objective card you return correspond to one of the several survivors of the attack who joined the Citadel. Okay, neat. Okay, so the 2 objectives that I got, which was objective, 1 and 2, I can I return them correspond to one or several survivors of the attack. Hey, alright, so it's the old woman and the guy who was sad about his ox, which is fair. God, it reminds me, if you ever played Sekiro, there's like, at the very beginning of the game, there's like a guard who's sad that like his horse died, and it's like, oh man, yep, that's fair. Okay, so I can increase production, I can increase defense, knowledge, or influence. You know what, let's go double on influence. Let's make myself known. Because I got high defense. Production is going to naturally happen. No, it's not. Sorry. Why did I think it was going to naturally happen? Defense is going to naturally happen. I could get a grain silo next, but I'm going to do influence. So I can go up and make that guy be like, you know who I am now. Come on. Come on. Give me the... Let me go across the boat. Give me the boat ride. Each player discards all of their cards in their hand. Okay. Boop. What's the bad news? That's a cliffhanger. So each player discards all their... You have finished the scenario. No smoke without fire. I'm not going to continue the next scenario immediately. If I prefer to continue the adventure later, which we will, I will take card 000007. Boop. Which is basically, and place the bookmark at the beginning of the scenario. Get fed or die trying. Nice. What was 007? I would take a card 008 without flipping it. I think it's the only one. Yeah, so basically it tells you what to do. So, yeah, so this is all save stuff, which is perfectly fine. So, yes, that was the first scenario for the Dadachaem's Awakening. I hope you enjoyed. Stick around for the rest of the series. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.